It really boils down to poor communication most of the time, and that's not just communication in the sense of letters and phone calls to residents. That's all around the whole thing. On my presentation, I had a rather crudely drawn triangle, a bit like the drama triangle, if anybody's familiar with that. But it's about the communication, the trust, and the emotions that flow between residents, landlords, and contractors. So the communication needs to go in both directions between all three, and where it breaks down, that's where the failures occur. So landlords to residents, that they may not have given a resident enough notice of a repair visit. They might not give them enough notice that something's changed, and that they need to reschedule. There might not be adequate information given about who's coming and when they're coming and what they're going to do when they're there and what rooms they need to be in and what do I need to do first and all of that sort of stuff. So those things can the lack of that communication can present a barrier. Going the other way, obviously, if a resident, you don't know what you don't know, so the landlord has to ask the right questions. The resident has to sort of be able to tell the landlord when something's gone wrong. Those lines of communication need to be open. Landlords need to be communicating with their contractors properly, about their expectations, about what they're expected to behave, how they're expected to behave, that sort of thing. So that there has to be that open communication, and where there isn't, that's where things go wrong and complaints arise. That communication then needs to follow into complaint handling. There needs to be openness and accountability. You need to cop to things when you've got them wrong. Don't cop to things if you haven't got them wrong, but make sure that all those decisions are based on evidence. And being fair, being transparent, being accountable, while being open and honest and communicating.